Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode, and in this video we will learn how to use the print statement. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this one first. Okay, and here I'm going to write a print just. Okay, and I'll remove also this one. Okay, so here I'll use a print. Okay, I'm going to save it and I'm going to run this code. Okay, so we can see that the same thing is printing that was printing in the echo that we are getting. Okay, so only the difference between the echo and print is echo is faster than print and echo is flexible. Okay, so I will use a personally like echo to print something. Okay, or print output. As we can see that we can't put a multiple statement, okay, by using this comma separated. Here I am using this one. Okay, and we can see that it is showing the error. Okay, so this is second statement. Okay, statement, let me correct it and save it. Okay, if I'm going to save it, that it is showing the error because I'm using a single comma separated. Okay, here what I'm going to do is here I'm going to dot. Okay, that is a concatenation. I'm going to save it and we can see that the error has been gone. Okay, so let me just delete this one. Okay, if I'm going to save it and going to run this one as a refresh, we can see that this is a printing by using a concatenation. So we can't pass a multiple string statement by using the print. Okay, as we were using in echo. Okay, so now let me check with like print, and we will use now single quote here. Okay, and then this is second. Okay, so just let me remove this one and save it, and I'm going to run this code, and we can see that the same thing is happening inside this one. Okay, so only the differences between the in the echo we can pass multiple string, okay, by using a comma separated value, but in the print we can pass a only single string. Okay, so now we will see the example of a variable here in the print statement. So I'll create a variable equal to, store my name as Rajiv. Okay, I'll close this one, and here I'll pass a dollar variable. Okay, so we can see that if I'm using in single quote, that is the same thing is happening. Okay, let me just save it and run this code, and this is a printing the same thing that we were getting in echo statement. Here I'll use like a print, or I can change a double quote here, double quote, and also let me make it double, and file, going to save it and let me run it. So we can see that if I'm going to take my cursor here, that is showing the value with variable. Okay, so as we are using a double quote, okay, here, then we are getting the value of variable. So same thing is happening. Okay, so this is was all for print statement. Okay, so we will know more about print and echo and what is the difference between them in our next video. So thank you so much guys, we'll meet in our next video. Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode about the main difference between the echo and print. As in our last video, we read about echo and print statement. Here we will learn the main difference between echo and print. So first difference we already read, but here we will explore more about it. First, we can pass multiple strings separated by comma in echo. For print, we can't pass multiple arguments. The second difference, echo doesn't return any value, and print always return an integer value which will be 1. And echo is faster than print statement, but print is slower than echo statement. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to do the code for first a multiple argument. Okay, so first we have a PHP syntax here. Inside this we are going to write or create a variable by using the dollar. So we will learn more about variable in our upcoming lecture. So here is a dollar. I'm using first name. Okay, first name equal to, I'll use double quote. Here is, I'll close with Rajiv. Okay, this is my first name, and here I will create the second variable name, that is a last name equal to Kumar. I'll close with that, and here simply I'll use a echo, and after this I'll use double semicolon, not a column, this is a double quote. Okay, inside this I'll write a string statement. Okay, so my name is, I can use this also, and after this I'll use a concatenation method. Okay, and here what I'm going to do that, first this is my first name, so I'll just going to copy, and here I'll paste it. Okay, I have to use the dollar. Okay, not this one. Okay, first name, and then I have to use the comma, and then dollar last name. Okay, I am using the semicolon here, and I'm going to save this file by using Ctrl S, and after this I'm just going to refresh this page. So you can see that here it's showing Rajiv Kumar. Okay, my name is Rajiv Kumar, and the same thing we'll try in print. So what I'm going to do that, I'm just going to change here. Okay, so print. Okay, print. Here we can see that the error is showing. Okay, after saving this, in the whole line it is showing. So we were using a comma separated value in echo, but in print we can't. Okay, because we can't pass the multiple like string. Okay, so here we'll see what is the error exactly we will get. So I'm just going to refresh this page after saving this. So we can see that the same error is showing, syntax error, unexpected token, comma. Okay, so after this we are going to check how we can return the value. Okay, so here I'm going to return the value for my echo. So here is my statement, and inside this I will just take a variable name as a first. Okay, and here like I'm using my name Rajiv, and after this as I'm doing the code for return, so I will take as a return as a short form. Okay, and equal to, I'll return the value, whatever I'll write here, it should be comes inside this. Okay, so here I'm going to use the echo, and here dot first. Okay, then concatenation method, because here we are going to write the statement. Okay, after our variable. Okay, so here this is my first name. Okay, and after this I will use the br. Okay, tag. So generally we use br with echo and less than inside this I'll br, then greater than, it will close with, and I had to write this by using a double quote opening and closing. Here I have to, not here, I have to use here semicolon and separate, and we can see that it is showing error above. Okay, so after this what I'm going to do that, here I'll print my echo statement whatever I'm returning here. So I'm going to use a echo, and here I will state, my statement will be this is statement for return. Okay, return. So, and after this I will use a concatenation method here as well to return. Okay, so the return, I'll hit the enter, not this one. Okay, and I'll use this, and let me just adjust this one, and going to run this as I've saved it, and I'm going to refresh this page, and you can see that unexpected token echo, so it is not returning anything. Okay, so we will do the same code for our print. Okay, so I'm just going to like copy, okay, and here I'll paste here, and here I'm just going to change a little bit print. Okay, print, and you can see that in this line if I'm using the print, it is not showing the error. Okay, so here I have to change it, and also let me copy and using this one and this one. Okay, so right now I'm just going to delete this one. Okay, so I'm just going to cut, and after this I'm going to save it. Okay, after saving this I'm going to run this, and we can see that, okay, in the returning of the statement by using a print, okay, it is showing here for the print this statement, it is showing the value 1 by using the print statement. Okay, so this is the example where we are getting the value of 1 as it is a returning. So thank you so much guys, we'll meet in our next video. Hey guys, welcome back to new episode about the how to use comment in PHP. PHP comments can be used to describe any line of code so that other developer can understand the code easily. And also we can use to hide any code. Generally PHP supports two types of comment. First is single line and second one is multiple line. So we will see a code for single line. Here also two types of comments in this. So first is a single line. Okay, generally we use a double slash something. Okay, and second one is use hash. Okay, so hash we generally use in the Unix shell style, that is called a single line comment, and this is a C++ style single line comment. So let me write this C++ style line comment, and second one is Unix comment. So first what I'm going to do that, I'm just going to print the statement by using echo, and here inside this is single line comment. Okay, saved it, refresh it, and we can see that the statement is printing now. But if I'm using a double backslash and saved it and run it, then we can see that nothing is going to print it. Here I'll echo another statement, echo this is for another example. Okay, here saved it. Now I'll use the hash. Okay, I'll use the hash here, but before that I am just going to run this, and we can see that this is for the another example. I am going to use the hash, saved it, and run it. We can see that there is nothing going to print here. So there are two ways, okay, to hide the statement, okay, has, and also we can do by using a double forward slash, or we can say the backward slash. Okay, so after this we will see the example for multiple line comments. Okay, so just let me up this one here. In this we can comment multiple line also. We need to enclose all lines within forward slash, then asterisk, and then space. It should be like a here your statement, then asterisk, then backward slash. Okay, so we will use for multiple lines. Okay, so let's see. So here, like I'm using a dollar name equal to used to this one, and inside this I'm using my name. Okay, so what I'm going to do that, and here I'm printing echo, and this is my name. Okay, and as here I'm going to use a variable name. Okay, so I have to use a concatenation, and this I have to use semicolon this, and here if I'm run this program after saving this, you can see that here it's showing the name with that. Okay, and as I want to hide this variable, so what I have to do that, here I'll use the forward slash asterisk. Okay, so one thing, if I'm not using end forward slash with asterisk, that it making the whole line as a comment or hiding. Okay, so what I'm going to do that at the end of the, or where I want to end or hide my statement or hide my variable name or anything, that I have to use asterisk then slash and accept it, and we can see that it is a hide, and we can do that. And as I am not using variable name, so I'm just going to remove this one, accept it, and we can see that it's running perfectly. So also you can see echo, and there this is multi-line comment. Okay, comment, and here this one. Okay, and if I want like this is like first line, the second line, the third line, we can hide or comment for the multiple lines. So I have to just delete from here, and as asterisk then slash. Okay, saved it, and after this echo. Okay, echo, and here I want to like make a comment something, so my developer or colleague could be understand what I have written. Okay, so here I'll use like a double slash. Okay, so this is for a comment, this is for echo statement. Okay, so statement, I have just saved it, and this is general information. Okay, saved it, and going to run this one, and we can see that it's working perfectly. Thank you for watching this episode, and we will see in our next lecture.